What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and as you all already know by now, I was challenged to do my research on Bam Margera and the Free Bam movement. Now, after doing research, I would like to issue a formal apology to all the real Bam Margera fans. Because over the past couple of days, I think I've labeled Bam Margera fans as delusional, and I was kind of harsh. But you see, I was under the impression this whole time that the Free Bam movement consisted of a bunch of diehard Bam Margera fans that didn't want to necessarily accept that this dude had a problem. You see, I've been seeing the Free Bam movement make excuses for Bam Margera. I've seen them basically say that Bam looks great. Bam looks like he's doing fine. When in reality, he looks like he's knocking on death's doorstep. And I've been seeing them basically say that all of these allegations and claims against Bam Margera, they're all fake and fabricated in order to make him look like an addict or in order to make him look crazy. And I've seen these theories and stuff about how his family and his friends, they're all conspiring against him to take him down. And in reality, Bam's okay and all of these people are out to get him. So in my mind, I thought this was a bunch of delusional Bam Margera fans spreading this nonsense. But after doing research, I've realized that the vast majority, not all, the vast majority of the Free Bam movement does not consist of actual Bam Margera fans at all. In fact, a lot of them have already admitted that they don't even watch Jackass or Viva La Bam and never followed up with this dude's career before he fell from grace and became a junkie that spirals out of control on Instagram every day. So I would like to apologize to Bam Margera fans because after doing my research, I realized that all of the real fans are on the same page. And I gotta say, I kind of feel bad for even doubting myself for a moment. Because as someone who has watched Bam throughout his entire career, and Bam was always, his career was always intertwined with his family. April and Phil and Vito, they were always there, so I've always had the impression that Bam's family really cares about him. April and Phil seem like great parents that allow Bam to do way too much, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of people would be lucky to have parents like this. And for a few days there, I allowed the Free Bam movement to actually make me question my own judgment, when in reality, there's nothing wrong with Bam's family at all. In fact, I think people are taking the desperate actions of a mother who feels like she must do whatever she can to save her son, and they are trying to mischaracterize those actions to make her look bad in order to fit into their theories about what's going on with Bam Margera. So I feel bad for questioning myself, because April is not the monster that these people are making her out to be. And I don't feel that most of Bam's friends and family, the real friends and family, are really out to get Bam. I think if anyone is out to get Bam, it's the people who want to take advantage of him while he is drunk and on substances. So, in doing research, one thing I always do is I like to look at the public reaction, the public engagement. What does our society have to say about this? Because surely people can realize that Bam needs some help. But I have experience when dealing with stuff like this. I was the first person and the only person for a long time, for months, that called out that Britney Spears was not okay after she got out of her little conservatorship, after the Free Britney movement was over. So for months, I was pointing out that, Britney Spears is dealing with mental health issues. Britney Spears isn't okay. Maybe Britney Spears isn't really free. Something wild is going on with Britney Spears, and I got attacked and attacked and attacked. To this day, people are threatening my life because of what I have exposed and what I have said about Britney Spears. I kid you not. So I have experience with watching the general public just be brainwashed into thinking all of this weird stuff is okay. And what it finally took from Britney Spears for people to wake up is she posted a nude of herself, and in the caption, she was attacking her 15-year-old son for being embarrassed that his mom posts naked pictures on Instagram. And finally, the general public came around and was like, yeah, Britney is dealing with something. So I felt like I was dealing with the same situation when going into this BAM story, but in reality, no, everyone is on the same page here except for this fringe group of free BAM people who most of which don't even know the slightest bit about BAM Margera. They are really free Britney people who have spilled over. And I know that for a fact because the same exact profiles, the same exact people who have harassed me for over a year due to my coverage on Britney Spears are now attacking me and harassing me because of BAM Margera. I want you all to understand, I have the same internet y'all do. So when y'all say, no one is saying this, or no one is saying BAM isn't an addict, I have the same internet y'all do, and I watch as people attack his family, as people make excuses, and I am literally seeing the same toxic people from the Free Britney movement are the same exact people who are spreading all of this stuff online in the Free BAM movement. It's the same exact Instagram and Twitter profiles. I mean, I dealt with these same exact group of people already. So I'm speaking from experience. But let's just, if you don't believe me, go to BAM Margera's Instagram account right now. Scroll through the comments. All of BAM's real fans know that there's something wrong. Let's take a look at a few. Jesus Christ, I'm going to see my childhood idol die. It's heartbreaking. Get help. Burns on your hands. Ain't no way a girl's wedding ring fits on them swolled up edema sausage fingers, my guy. F, man, this is tough to watch at first. It was like, all right, hell, he'll get it together after a while, but I'm afraid what Steve-O said is coming to fruition. This is terrible. Wait till he listens to Steve-O's new podcast. Hey, what's up with those sores on your hands? Pretty cool. Sounds like things are going really well, man. Obvious sarcasm. If you did nothing wrong and are not on drugs and have cameras in your house to prove nothing went down, why would you run? You're 43. Stop acting like this is something to brag about. Because he was bragging about running from law enforcement. No, you're spiraling. These are two different things. Do you realize that we all idolized you when we were kids and now this? Unwell, seek help. Missy was the best thing to come in your life and you blew it. What size are her fingers, man? F's sake. Because she wants the best for you and she wants to help you. The shaman recovery program sucks. Totally normal, sober behavior, sarcasm. A lot of you people actually supporting BAM's psychotic behavior are one of the problems he is facing, enabling. Please, BAM, just stop and get the help you need. Well, that clears everything up, you guys. Clean bill of health and sanity. Everyone else is the problem. Let's pack it up. I'm really enjoying the sarcasm there, but I could literally go for hours. And you see, from looking into the public reaction, I realized, oh, wait. The BAM Margera fans all know this dude has a problem because we've watched this dude our entire lives. And as far as I knew, don't get me wrong, I got a life of my own. I got things to do, okay? So I'm not sitting here following up with every move BAM makes. But I knew back in 2007 and 8 and 9 that BAM Margera had issues with alcohol and other substances. So the fact that this is even in question now is kind of weird. But looking into this free BAM movement, it's like you see these people and BAM Margera has a lot of fans, but you can kind of tell the people who maybe wouldn't be BAM Margera fans. So I find it weird that all of these free BAM people, they're like people with anime profile pictures. That doesn't sound like a Bam Margera fan. You're a Bam Margera fan, but you hide behind anime profile pictures. Why is it that when people are online sharing the dumbest, shittiest takes online, they always have anime profile pictures? So I'm noticing a bunch of anime profile pictures in the Free Bam movement, and I'm noticing a lot of like middle-aged housewives. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. If you know me, if you know anything about Cinema Shogun, you know Cinema Shogun loves the MILFs. Okay? So I love me some middle-aged housewives. Don't all hop in my inbox at once. That's a joke. But anyways, in all seriousness, I'm looking at the people who are in this Free Bam movement, and I'm looking at them like, y'all don't even look like Bam Margera fans. Y'all are like 50-year-old blonde white women with nice houses, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why does the Free Bam movement look so vastly different than the rest of Bam Margera's fans? And why am I noticing all of these same, and I mean dozens and dozens of the same exact negative people from the Free Britney movement? They're all here. And I'm looking like, damn, I recognize all of these people. I've argued with these people for the last year. It's really strange how all of a sudden they're Bam Margera fans. Oh, those fan bases don't even have much crossover. Bam Margera and Britney Spears, it's like the exact opposite of each other. Although now they have a lot more in common than what they did in their heyday of their fame. So what I've realized is the Bam Margera movement, there are some real Bam Margera fans in there who have been misled and misguided, but the majority of these people are just the Free Britney movement all over again. They got bored. They ran out of random whacked out theories they could create about Britney Spears. Now they're moving on to Bam Margera. And speaking of Britney Spears and the Free Britney movement, all of that was a complete sham. A sham wow. If you ask me, I believe at this point, after years of research on this nonsense, that it almost looks like a psyop to me. It almost looks like Hollywood came in and they used the Free Britney movement to remove Britney Spears' family out of the equation so they could have direct access into controlling Britney themselves. You all like to say, do your research, do the research. Go do the research on Britney Spears. Every single person in Britney Spears' team is the exact same. Not a single person has been fired. Not a single person has been held accountable. They never will. All of that is hogwash BS that the Free Britney movement wanted to make you believe. All of these people are going to jail. All of these people will be held accountable. No. Those people are not only not being held accountable, they all still work with Britney Spears and they're still all on her team and in her management. None of those people are gone. You want to know who's gone? The father, the family. The Free Britney movement was only used to excommunicate the family out of the equation while all of the shady other people remained. Her lawyer is in court all of the time, just theater, milking Britney dry of her money every step of the way, pretending that he's fighting these legal battles against the same people who are still in Britney's team and who haven't been fired. The Bam Margera situation will end up the same way. You all in your delusional minds think April's going to jail, Phil's going to jail, Jess is going to jail, everyone's going to be held accountable. No, none of that's going to happen. None of that is even real. Look no further than the last whacked out movement that y'all came from. You failed over there, you're going to fail here. And I would encourage you all not to join these online movements. Be a leader, not a follower. Don't get yourself wrapped up in all of this nonsense, identifying yourself as part of a movement of crazies who are enabling a freaking skateboarder to overdose. Like, come on, y'all. Don't attach yourselves to these people. One thing you have to realize about movements, even the movements that start out for good, they are always hijacked and manipulated in the end. Have you not paid attention to what goes on in this country time and time again? And what blows my mind the most about it is these people are the exact same people from the Free Britney movement. So the majority of them know there will not be any results here. There's not going to be anything coming of this. They will manipulate you into thinking that, oh, all of this stuff is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. What's going to happen is Bam Margera is eventually going to die from doing all the stuff that he does. That's the only outcome here. Bam gets clean or he dies. No one's going to jail. No one's going to be held accountable. Hell, if anyone goes to jail, it's going to be Bam Margera himself. And it literally blows my mind that y'all are the same exact people that followed up with all of this nonsense with Britney Spears 2 years ago, yet y'all can't spot that this is the exact same thing happening all over again. But we looked at some of the comments from real Bam Margera fans under his post. I want you all to see what the Free Bam movement has to say. As you can see, they're saying, rock on, cool snake. And then this guy says, you deserve a nice cold drink with some ice. It'll give you clarity. You've been through a lot. Treat yourself. You can always quit later, Captain Cream Stain. And then someone goes on to say that his girlfriend is adorable and that they like his hat. His girlfriend's adorable? Really? Are we looking at the same person? The person with the sores all over their hands? But I'm not, let me not take it too personal here, okay? I'll be nice. But here we have a guy telling Bam, hey, it's okay, dude. Go get a drink if you want to. And that's the mentality of the Free Bam movement. Have you ever seen Rocky? What is it, Rocky 5 when he's fighting the Russian? Maybe it's not Rocky 5. What is that? I can't remember the one. But he goes, if he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies. So yeah, that's the Free Bam movement wrapped up in a nutshell. If he dies, he dies. Leave Bam Margera alone. His friends and family should let him die. Why are you trying to get the guy help? Junkies can only get help when they want to themselves. Let him die. Like, please, shut up. Like, legit, shut up. That stuff flies over in Junkie Town and wherever y'all are from that doesn't fly over here. So everyone who is trying to make sense of the meth, mush, mouth, nonsensical words that come out this dude's mouth, trying to pretend like you could connect the dots. You can't connect the dots. It's junkie talk. It's junkie talk. I mean, but I'll end the video out like this. Because the Bam Margera, or the Free Bam movement, is a total contradiction of itself. Which is why I can't take it seriously. And I really don't understand where y'all are coming from. Because in one breath, the Free Bam movement will say, no one is denying that Bam Margera is an addict and that he has problems. No one is denying that Bam Margera is an addict. That's what the Free Bam Margera movement will say. And then news will come out about Bam Margera being an addict, or Bam Margera drinking, or Bam Margera doing drugs, and then the Free Bam movement will come, no, it can't be true. His mother, his poor sweet mother, who has supported him his entire life, oh, she is the one making up rumors about him getting high and drunk. His brother, that dastardly, bastardly villain, he's making up false claims about Bam Margera getting high. Can you not use common logic and realize that's a contradiction in itself? The whole Free Bam movement, in a nutshell, is, oh, everyone is out to get Bam. People are lying on Bam, trying to frame Bam to make him look crazy and to make him look like a junkie. That is the gist of it. You could try to over-explain it and talk in circles. That's the gist of what is happening online. I'm not talking about your personal opinion. I'm talking about the movement as a whole. That's the gist of it. It's one big conspiracy to take Bam Margera down. When doing that, you are not acknowledging that this guy is an addict. When news comes out that, hey, Bam Margera is on substances, and you say, it's a big lie, a big conspiracy, his mom is trying to set him up, that's you not acknowledging that he's an addict, and that's you making excuses for him being an addict and basically pointing the finger elsewhere. So the Bam Margera, the free Bam BS, it's all one big contradiction of itself. Any and everything that people have said is one big contradiction in itself. If you can acknowledge that he's an addict and he has a problem, then you probably don't have to create theories about how everyone is lying about him being an addict so they can control him. Now, I'm going to continue to look in this situation, and I don't think this situation is necessarily like the Britney Spears situation, because I think we're dealing with two different levels of stardom and fame and stuff like that when it comes to these people. But the Free Britney movement was a complete sham. And I'm at the point where, yes, I basically believe that it's a psyop to get her family out the way. Because, I mean, come on. It's been a year and some change, and Britney Spears has done nothing but spin in circles in her living room. Nothing has changed for her. In fact, things have gotten dramatically worse. And the reality is, if you want to control someone, you don't want them sober. If I want to control you, and I want to have some control over your finances and your life and what you have going on, why would I want you to have the clearest mind possible? When you're a junkie, I could get over on you all day long. So I always find it weird that the Free Bam movement and the Free Britney movement, when you strip it down and you boil it down to what it's really about, it's about enabling these people to continue to be addicts and enabling these people to continue spiraling out of control with their mental health. That's what it's all about. It's about leave these people alone, please. It's everyone else's fault. It's everyone else out to get them. Leave them alone and allow them to be junkies so they can slowly die and so Hollywood can keep controlling them. But with that being said, I'm sure some of you all would disagree down in the comments below, and you're free to do so. But while you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and maybe I'll go do some more research.